Have you ever gotten your hands on a big tub of Play-Doh and let your imagination run wild, mixing and molding until you create something amazing? Play-Doh isn't just a fun toy, it's a trip down memory lane. It even has its own special smell that brings back all those fun childhood memories. But did you know, originally Play-Doh was meant to clean wallpaper? Yes, you heard that right. And now it's a global favorite for sparking creativity. Every year, over 100 million tubs are produced. Isn't that incredible? So, you might be thinking, what makes Play-Doh so special, and how is it made? Without wasting any time, let's see the exact process of how it is made. Now that the Play-Doh you created is at your home, get ready for the real fun, playing with it. This is the moment where you can let your creativity flow. Shape, build, roll, and sculpt to your heart's content. Since the Play-Doh you've made is non-toxic and essentially edible, it's perfectly safe for kids, giving parents peace of mind as little ones explore and experiment. Once you're done playing, storing your Play-Doh properly is key to keeping it fresh and reusable. Transfer the dough to an airtight container to prevent it from drying out. If you find the Play-Doh starting to harden a little over time, don't worry, that's easily fixable. Simply knead a bit of water back into the dough to restore its original softness and pliability. If it dries too quickly though, you might need to make a new batch, which isn't a big deal since it's so fun and easy to do. In some cases, if your Play-Doh feels soggy or overly sticky, especially in high humidity, you can briefly reheat it to drive off the excess moisture. This helps return the dough to its ideal consistency, ready for more playtime. Another fun tip to extend your Play-Doh adventures is to use it for crafts that last. You can bake your Play-Doh creations in the oven to make hard dough figures and ornaments. Once baked and cooled, these can be painted or decorated any way you like, turning them into permanent artworks or homemade gifts. One imaginative suggestion from a community member even mentioned using baked Play-Doh as a salt lick for pet rabbits. With these simple steps for play and storage, your homemade Play-Doh not only provides hours of entertainment, but can also become a part of arts and crafts projects, showcasing the versatility and enduring charm of this beloved dough. Whether it's a rainy afternoon activity or a crafty school project, the possibilities are endless with your homemade Play-Doh. Anyone who has ever rolled, squeezed, or shaped Play-Doh knows that playing with it in more ways than one is fun. The joy also bubbles up with every press and push through toys like the Fun Factory, which has been around since 1960 and lets kids make dough into any shape they can think of. These toys are more than just fun, they show you the magic of Play-Doh. A dough that can turn into anything you can think of by mixing its ingredients in clever ways. Every can of Play-Doh contains a simple but unique recipe. Hasbro, the company responsible for this bright substance, makes the base by mixing water, salt, and flour. This mix might seem normal, but the secret ingredients make it into the famous Play-Doh. Along with these main ingredients, a starch-based glue is added to ensure that everything sticks together perfectly. Scientists and people who keep things in their kitchens work together to give the dough a lovely touch. You can't make the dough hard unless you leave it out for days with a retrogradation inhibitor. Surfactants keep the dough from sticking to your hands or the Fun Factory shapes, while lubricants make the texture smooth so that you can't help but touch it. But smell and color are also very important. When you open a new container, the familiar, calming fragrance makes it an experience. Adding colors to plain dough makes it a colorful canvas for your art. Every can of Play-Doh has not only art-making potential, but also a tried-and-true recipe for making sure that every pull, mold, and extrude is as exciting as the person who makes it. Now that we know what ingredients are used in making Play-Doh, let's dive into how these components come together to create the beloved modeling compound. Imagine standing in a kitchen with all your Play-Doh ingredients laid out before you. A bit like a baking show, but much more colorful and fun. First, you grab a large pot and start by pouring in water. This isn't just any water, it's warm, almost hot, making it perfect for dissolving what comes next, the salt. As you stir in the salt, you watch it vanish into the water, a clear solution forming. Next, you add vegetable oil into the mix, giving your concoction a slick texture that ensures the dough won't stick to your hands later on. Here comes the magical part, adding the flour. As you sprinkle the flour into the pot, stirring continuously, the mixture begins to transform. It thickens, slowly shifting from a liquid to a more solid dough-like state. The stovetop's gentle heat helps this process, cooking the dough until it starts pulling away from the sides of the pot, clumping together in a delightful, pliable mass. Once the dough has reached the right consistency, think of mashed potatoes but stickier, it's time to remove the pot from the heat. The dough needs to cool down before the next step, so patience is key. Spread it out on a clean surface or a silicone mat, letting it breathe and slowly lose some of that scorching heat. Now that the ingredients are mixed, it's time to add color and scents, transforming our basic dough into vibrant, aromatic Play-Doh. This stage is all about personalizing the dough to make it as engaging as possible. Start by dividing the dough into several portions, depending on how many colors or scents you want to create. It's like setting up a palette for painting, but instead of paint, you have dough. For each portion, begin by making a well in the center of the dough. Here's where you add the magic. Drop in your chosen food coloring. Next, enhance the sensory experience by adding scents. Essential oils are perfect for this. Mix the color and scent into the dough by folding and kneading it thoroughly. This is not just functional, it's part of the fun. Feeling the dough change texture and color in your hands. As you knead, watch the dough transform. If it feels too sticky, a sprinkle more flour can help. If it's too dry, a tiny bit of water can make it pliable again. It's all about finding that perfect balance where the dough is smooth, colorful, and delightfully scented. Finally, once you're happy with the consistency and color, it's time to store it. Seal the dough in airtight containers or plastic bags to keep it fresh. This way, it stays soft and pliable for future creative sessions. This process is not just about making Play-Doh, it's about crafting an experience that's tactile, visually stimulating, and aromatic. Each choice of color and scents adds a layer of personal touch to the dough, making it unique to your preferences and purpose. And just like we carefully blend colors and scents, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure to click the bell icon so you never miss the upcoming videos. Now that the ingredients are mixed and the colors and scents have been added, it's time to ensure the consistency of our Play-Doh, making sure each batch turns out just right. This step is crucial and begins with continuous monitoring of the mixture. Adjustments are often made in real time to guarantee that each batch meets the desired standards. First, you'll want to ensure that the dough is uniform and smooth. This is where a keen eye for detail comes in handy. You'll observe the dough's texture, looking for any signs of unevenness or lumps. If it's too sticky, a bit more flour might be needed. If it's too crumbly, a splash of water could do the trick. Moreover, maintaining data integrity is vital. This means keeping accurate records of each batch's ingredient measurements and conditions, ensuring that each batch can be replicated perfectly and any deviations can be traced and corrected. This step is essential for maintaining the high quality that consumers expect from Play-Doh. Once the Play-Doh mixture is perfectly blended with vibrant colors and delightful scents, the next crucial phase is testing for quality. This step ensures that every batch of Play-Doh not only looks and smells good, but also meets the high standards for texture, consistency, and safety, making it perfect for hands big and small to sculpt and shape. In the quality testing stage, several specific tests are carried out. The first step is to check the texture and elasticity. The dough must be pliable yet hold its shape, not too sticky, nor should it crumble too easily. Technicians achieve this by performing stress tests to evaluate the elasticity and a compression test to assess the firmness. Next, color consistency is checked. This ensures that the colors are vibrant and uniform across different batches, which is key to maintaining the visual appeal of Play-Doh. A spectrophotometer might be used to precisely measure the color, ensuring it matches predefined standards. Safety tests are also rigorous. Since Play-Doh is primarily used by children, it's crucial to confirm that the product is non-toxic and safe for play. This involves chemical analysis to ensure no harmful substances are present. Additionally, each batch undergoes microbial testing to prevent any bacterial contamination that could pose health risks. The Play-Doh is tested for the presence of any harmful microbes, and only batches that pass these stringent tests are packaged and shipped. Finally, all test results are meticulously recorded and reviewed. This documentation is crucial for ensuring traceability and accountability. It allows manufacturers to track back and identify any batch if an issue arises after the product has reached consumers. Overall, the quality testing phase is about affirming the product's integrity and ensuring it delivers a safe, enjoyable, and consistent sensory experience for end users. Once the Play-Doh passes all quality tests, it's time for the packaging process to maintain the product's integrity and appeal. The final Play-Doh is transferred to a packaging line and automatically portioned into the iconic Play-Doh containers. Each container is precisely filled to ensure uniformity across all units. The filled containers are then sealed to preserve freshness and prevent the dough from drying. The sealing process involves tightly securing the lids, which often requires a specific machine calibrated to apply just the right amount of pressure to snap the lids in place without damaging them. After sealing, the containers are labeled with vibrant, eye-catching designs that reflect the Play-Doh brand and the specific product line, whether it's classic colors or special editions. These labels are crucial for attracting attention on shelves and providing product information to consumers. Finally, the labeled containers are packed into boxes and ready for shipping. These boxes are designed to be sturdy enough to handle transportation while also being easy to open at retail locations. Each box is carefully packed to maximize space and minimize movement during transit, protecting the product from damage and ensuring it arrives in perfect condition in retail stores. Now that we know the process of making Play-Doh, let's take a step back and find out the story behind this. Well, the story of Play-Doh is as fascinating as its squishy texture. It all began with a preschool teacher named Kay Zufall, who was frustrated with the hard clay her nursery school students struggled to mold. Her brother-in-law, working in the wallpaper cleaning industry, introduced her to a doughy substance used to remove soot from walls. Who could have imagined that a product designed for household cleaning would become a cornerstone of childhood creativity? With some clever adjustments to make it non-toxic and more malleable, this wallpaper cleaner was transformed into the Play-Doh modeling compound we know today. It hit store shelves in 1956, initially marketed just for schools. However, it was only a short time before Play-Doh's popularity exploded through word of mouth and television commercials, turning it into a household name within a few short years. But wait, there's more! Play-Doh was used in homes for at least 20 years as a wallpaper cleaner before it became the popular toy we know today. In the late 1920s, Cleo McVicker worked at Kutol Products, a soap company almost out of business. Cleo made a deal with Kroger grocery shops to make a cleaner for wallpaper. Even though he had never made wallpaper cleaner before, his brother Noah used water, salt, and flour to make a safe recipe that saved the business. Sales began to drop sharply in the early 1950s, though. There was less smoke to clean up because fewer homes used coal to heat their homes. Joseph McVicker, Cleo's son, took over after his father died and had to keep the business going. Kay Zufall then suggested that the cleaner be reconsidered as modeling clay for kids. Zufall was sure because she saw what her kids made with the dough. In 1956, he founded Rainbow Crafts Company, repackaging the product as Play-Doh and marketing it to local schools. By 1957, Play-Doh was available in bright new colors, red, yellow, and blue. Without a big advertising budget, McVicker got creative and introduced Play-Doh to Bob Kishon, aka Captain Kangaroo, who featured it on his show. This exposure sent sales through the roof. By 1960, the Play-Doh Fun Factory was launched, allowing kids to extrude the dough into various shapes. This innovation pushed Play-Doh's popularity even higher. After General Mills bought Rainbow Crafts, Play-Doh was placed under the Kenner brand, and later Hasbro acquired it in 1991. Today, Hasbro continues to produce and sell Play-Doh globally. Since its official launch, over 2 billion cans have been sold. With countless accessories and playsets developed since 1960, Play-Doh's enduring appeal is undeniable. It was even inducted into the Strong's National Toy Hall of Fame in 1998. Now, whether you're rolling out colorful snakes or molding elaborate sculptures, Play-Doh promises hours of creative fun and learning. Got a favorite Play-Doh creation or a special tip? Share your masterpieces and ideas in the comments below. Let's keep the creativity rolling.